How's it going, everyone? The PlayStation Store is running its massive summer sale right now. We looked at deals under the price of $5, but now it is time to take a look at deals under the price of $10. Got quite a lot to go over, so let's get right into it. Let's kick things off with Borderlands The Handsome Collection, 75% off for $9.99. I want to mention this given that this game just rotated out of PlayStation Plus Premium, so if you've been playing it or wanted to play through Plus Premium, that obviously is not an option anymore, so you want to go ahead and buy the game, and it's very much well worth a pickup, given that you get Borderlands 2, you get Borderlands the pre-sequel, and you get the majority of both games DLC. Why I say the majority is that it is missing one piece of content, and that is Commander Lilith and the fight for Sanctuary. Not that big of a deal, you're getting what you need, and Borderlands 2, in my opinion, is the best game in the entire franchise. The game is great, replayable, and even if you play these games solo, I still find them to be very enjoyable, and pre-sequel, again, is pretty good, but, you know, more of the same. But, yeah, both games for $9.99 with the DLC. That's a ton of content for your money, so strongly recommend that. Next up, Axiom Verge, 60% off for $7.99. Great pickup on Axiom Verge, which is a game that is absolutely a throwback. It's a game that probably won't be for everyone, and it was done by one person, but if you are a fan of Metroidvanias, Axiom Verge is a really good one. I picked this up the day it came out, and I had a really good time with it. Is it a little bit challenging? Sure, but I think if you're a fan of throwback titles, you'll enjoy it quite a bit, and obviously has an old school look at $7.99. Great pickup here. A couple of Resident Evil games, Resident Evil 7 Biohazard at $7.99, Resident Evil 2 at $9.99. I mean, these are no-brainers. Whenever these go on sale, they are easy recommendations. RE7 is a pretty solid game and really brought Resident Evil back to the forefront. After Resident Evil 6, let's just be honest, was not the greatest game in the world, but Resident Evil 7 is quite a good one. If you're on PS4, it does have a great VR component as well, but you know, most of you guys, I think, have moved on to PS5, which is a little bit of a bummer, but, you know, what can you do about that? But yeah, Resident Evil 7, $7.99, great deal on that. There is a gold edition. It's on sale for $15.99 if you do want the bonus content as well. Resident Evil 2 is a great game and really kicked off the Resident Evil remake hype train in a big way. RE2 was fantastic, and a lot of the people that worked on this remake worked on RE4, which is just a tremendous remake. RE2 is great, and I would strongly recommend it. At $9.99, I think it's a supremely great pickup. Definitely go ahead and give this a look. Not a super lengthy game, of course, but Resident Evil 2 is a great time at this price point. Next up, we have Metro Exodus, 80% off for $5.99. Metro Exodus is an incredibly atmospheric first-person narrative-driven shooter. I don't like it as much as Metro Last Light or Metro 2033, but it's a good game in its own right. It's kind of like Batman Arkham, where, like, all three Batman Arkham games are really good. Whichever one's the weakest is what it is, but Exodus, I thought, was still a pretty decent game. I know some people didn't like it nearly as much as the other. I still thought it was a fairly decent game, but for $5.99, great pickup here. This is not the gold edition. You do get the PS5 upgrade, but you do not get the bonus content, so that is something to consider if you would rather wait for the gold edition to go on sale. Next up, Dying Light Definitive Edition, 80% off for $9.99. Dying Light 1 is absolutely tremendous. It's a fantastic, fantastic game that most people would consider to be better than Dying Light 2, and I am on that boat, that Dying Light 1 is better than Dying Light 2. Dying Light 1 just has great parkour gameplay, it has great visuals, performance is great, and the gameplay, the combat, it's a lot more satisfying in my opinion than Dying Light 2. Narratively, it's fine, and good bit of content, and again, with this definitive edition, you get so much bonus content as well, and Techland did a tremendous job of keeping the game updated, so for this price point, no-brainer here, strong recommendation. Dying Light Definitive Edition is a great pickup. Next up, Fallout 4 Game of the Year Edition, 75% off for $9.99. Now, did anybody really consider Fallout 4 to be Game of the Year? Come on, Bethesda. Come on, man. You could have just called this Fallout 4 Complete Edition, but I digress. Fallout 4 was a game that was hotly anticipated back in 2015. Did it live up to expectations? I would find that hard to say yes, but it still turned out to be a pretty good game. I didn't like it as much as 3 or New Vegas, but still a quality open-world post-apocalyptic game. However, with Fallout 4, do keep in mind, there is a PS5 upgrade that is on the way for Fallout 4. Should you play it right now with the PS4 performance? Probably would say no on that one. I would say pick this up, wait for it to get that upgrade, and then play it. I would say pick this up as well, because who knows if there's going to be a Witcher 3 kind of thing going on here. When the upgrade comes out, the price on sale does appreciate. Like, the MSRP is going to be the MSRP, but the discounted price can appreciate like it did with Witcher 3, so that's something I offer to you guys if you do want to pick this up right now. I think that would be a pretty good idea. Next up, Gravity Rush 2, 50% off for $9.99. Yes, it's available on PlayStation Plus Extra, but this game should be in your library. It should not just be a part of of a subscription service. Obviously, I kid a little bit with that, but Gravity Rush 2 is a phenomenal game with a great art style, incredibly unique in terms of gameplay, and a game that I think everybody can really enjoy. Gravity Rush 2 is just a excellent game that a lot of you guys will have a great time with, and you don't need to play the first game. You can just enjoy the second game. The first game does have a remastered release on PS4, and I do recommend you to check that out, but yeah, it's a bummer that we probably will never get a Gravity Rush 3, but who knows? If we can keep, you know, pushing the Gravity Rush train, we've seen crazier happen. We've definitely seen crazier happen, and maybe it could happen one day, but definitely not anytime in the near future. Next up, Kingdom Come Deliverance Royal Edition, 80% off for $7.99. A historic RPG that has a great story, a little bit leaning on the realistic side. The Royal Edition does include the bonus content as well. This is one of those RPGs that does go very under the radar. Is it among the absolute elite top class RPGs? Probably not, but it's still a fairly decent game that I would recommend, especially at this price point. KCD was available on Plus Extra, no longer available on Plus Extra, but the Royal Edition was never available on there, so $7.99, great deal here. Next up, we have Mega Man Zero ZX Legacy Collection, 67% off for $9.89. Man, I love me some Mega Man Zero. Is it incredibly challenging? Sure. Are the games a little bit on the shorter side? Sure. These games, remember, they were GBA games in the case of Mega Man Zero 1 through 4. ZX Advent were Nintendo DS games that are criminally underrated in my opinion. Took Mega Man into more of a Metroidvania route and actually ended up working really well. I think there was a third ZX game that was in development but never came to fruition, which is a bummer, but you're getting 6 games here for $9.89. Bear in mind as well that these are portable games. That they were originally portable games, I should say. I don't know, maybe some of you guys want to wait for that PlayStation Q to come out and then you can play it with remote play and get that portable experience. But I joke, nobody should be buying that damn thing. Mega Man Zero ZX Legacy Collection, $9.89 on that is great. Ni no Kuni 2 Revenant Kingdom, $9.59. Good RPG with a great art style, super accessible. I did like Ni no Kuni 1 better, but Ni no Kuni 2 is fairly decent as well. At this sub $10 price point, if you're into JRPGs or looking to get into the genre, this is a fairly decent one. Uncharted the Nathan Drake Collection, 50% off for $9.99. It is available on Plus Premium. Look, it's Uncharted 1 through 3 on PS4. Like, it's great. It's even with Uncharted 1 showing its age, Uncharted 2 and 3 are tremendous games and very much well worth your time and money here. And yeah, definitely worth playing through these games. And then lastly, want to give a shout out to Marvel's Avengers, 85% off for $5.99. Now, this game is very mid. However, Marvel's Avengers is being pulled from the PlayStation Store come September, so if you want to pick this game up, your opportunity to do so is coming to an end. So $5.99, you buy this game and it's yours to own forever, so you can still play it. You know, something to consider there. So yeah, $5.99 on this before it gets pulled in September. But that'll do it for me. Again, links to all of these deals as always in the description box below. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comments section, and as always, thank you for watching and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.